Hi, Debbie Lichter here with Free from Food Addiction and the Congruence Code. All right, so today we are talking about 3 things you need to know to get free of any addiction. So if you struggle with food, if you struggle with love, if you struggle with sugar, if you struggle with work or just general obsession, whatever addiction you think you may have that you want more freedom from, here are 3 things that you absolutely need to do. So, number 1, you need to stop trying to fix and control the thing, the addiction, whatever you think that thing is. So, I speak with so many people. Let's take sugar, for example. I speak with so many people, and they're like, I'm just trying to moderate. I'm just trying to be better. I'm just trying to get it under control. I'm just trying to get this behavior under control. I'm just trying to get the binges under control. I'm just trying to not have this food or this sugar in the house. I'm only doing this on special occasions. We have all of these rules and ideas and all of these ways that we are trying to fix and control and moderate the thing. That is a strategy that is going to set you up for failure. I am sorry to say, but it is going to set you up for failure. And P.S., by the way, moderation is still a form of control. So it just means that we have this idea of how we think things should be, and now we are trying to package and control and maintain it in a certain way. But that's not free. That creates more obsession. It creates more rigidity. It creates more tension. Things need to be a certain way for you to feel okay, so it can create a lot of anxiety, a lot of angst. That is not the path to freedom. So you definitely want to, instead of focusing on the thing and on trying to control the thing, you want to actually get in touch with the comprehensive problem. It's a 3-part problem and the 3-part solution. So it's an integrated 3-part solution. You've got to get that. So that's going to allow you to address the underlying cause, the root that is driving you towards that pattern. Because addiction can be understood as anything that we do. Anything that we do. Think your relationship with Netflix, your relationship with control. Just think about anything that we do that distracts or numbs us from an underlying sense of discomfort and dis-ease, and that when we try to stop doing, we find that we can't. So addiction is anything that we do to distract or numb ourselves from an underlying discomfort and dis-ease that when we try to stop doing, we find that we can't. Okay, so that is what addiction is. And so we need to get to that underlying discomfort and dis-ease. We need to know, and not just know, but to get free from that underlying discomfort and dis-ease, have a sense of ease and comfort on the inside. And guess what? When you got that going on the inside, the addiction falls away. It's great. Really, really cool. So that's number 1. Stop trying to fix the thing. It's just not going to work. It's going to be more frustrating, spinning your wheels, getting exhausted, super tiring. Stop doing it. Okay. So number 2 is stop minimizing it. Stop telling yourself it's not a big deal. Stop saying, oh, well, my life's pretty great, and it's just this one little thing, and da-da-da-da. Stop that. Because here's the thing, is that addiction loves to hide in the lies that we tell ourselves, in those little inconsistencies, in kind of like the facade that we put out there. It loves to live in all of those inner incongruencies or inconsistencies. And so what we really need to do to just pierce right through that, if you truly, truly want freedom, is you've got to be willing to get honest with yourself. So this isn't about making a big declaration on Facebook or anything like that. This is about truly, truly getting honest with yourself. And that can be a tough thing because oftentimes we're so used to beating ourselves up that we assume that getting honest with yourself is the same as that shameful, judgmental feeling or guilty feeling that we're constantly walking around with anyway. And so we don't want to feel that. So why would we sit there and really, put the mirror up and have a look at what's so in this moment? But that's not what honesty is. Honesty is not shame. It's not judgment. It's not humiliation. Honesty is really, it's an act of self-love. It's saying I am worth. It's no longer lying to myself. I'm going to show up right here and I'm just going to get honest with myself right now so that I can create a foundation of freedom. Because you cannot build a path to freedom without honesty. Honesty becomes the foundation. So if you truly, truly want a new footing, you've got to get honest with yourself. One of the best ways to just get honest with yourself is to ask yourself in this moment, how is my relationship with, and then fill in the blank. How's my relationship with food? How's my relationship with sugar? How's my relationship with relationships? How is my relationship with Netflix? How's my relationship with alcohol? How is my relationship with that thing working for me? How is it truly working? And even if I'm still experiencing what I perceive to be a lot of value and benefit, maybe I have a drink and it makes me actually feel more comfortable in my own skin and I'm like, it's still working for me. What's the flip side of that? Does it also then create more anxiety, more tension, more insecurity, more inauthenticity, more lies, less trust in yourself, more doubt, more obsession, more judgment, more guilt, more shame? Really weigh that up and then ask yourself, how is this really working for me? Okay, so that's number 2. All right. Number 3 is to stop trying to figure it out on your own. So here's the thing. Every time I speak with someone who's like, I just got to figure it out. I just got to figure it out. What they're pretty much saying is I've got to be up in my head, continuing to obsess and research and get overwhelmed and pretty much go through the same patterns and strategies and thoughts that I've already been working with in order to try to find a solution. It's just not going to work because our mind is the place that is sprouting all of these negative beliefs and limiting thoughts anyway. And we've already been in our mind trying to figure everything out already. That's what brings us to this place of even watching a video like this saying, how do I actually get freedom? Einstein says it best, no problem can be solved from the same consciousness that created it. So we can't be in the consciousness of our mind, where our mind is at, the way that we're thinking, and think that we're going to think our way through to freedom. It really, really doesn't work. And so in my own personal experience, and just from speaking with hundreds and hundreds of addicts over the last decade, is truly that we do ourselves such a service when we are willing to just ask for some help. And I know that this can be a tall order. Trust me, it was a tall order for me. I was an expert. I had tons of information. I had tons of knowledge. I didn't want anyone telling me what to do. And I really, really didn't think it was a big deal. And I thought I could get it under control. So I was like checking all the boxes. And it truly was only when I got honest that the way that I was doing things was not working, and I was willing to eat some humble pie and actually ask and just be open to receiving something that I didn't know. That's when everything shifted for me. And so if that can be helpful to you, oh my gosh, it is an absolute game changer. It's a paradigm shifter. So maybe you're sitting there right now and you're like, I'm not sure if I have an addiction. So if that is you, if you're just walking around saying, I have an addiction, but you're not really sure what that actually means, that makes a ton of sense, because a lot of people are using the word flippantly, like I have an addiction, but they don't actually know what it means. When I start walking someone through their path of freedom, I actually take them through a 6-step self-diagnostic process so you fully on every level understand what that means for you, and you have an experience with it, and you are fully clear on exactly what that full integrated solution is so that you can address the underlying discomfort and dis-ease and actually get freedom, get on that trajectory of freedom right away, which is very, very cool because freedom is not a destination. It's not something that like has to happen down the line out there in the future. Freedom is a vibration. As soon as you get on that trajectory, as soon as you get on that path and you're actually in the integrated solution, instead of just mulling around and trying to figure out the problem, you start experiencing freedom. You start experiencing a lightness. You start experiencing more. It like creates this momentum that pulls you forward. And that's really, really exciting. So if you are sitting there with like, gosh, I don't even know if I have an addiction, I will leave a link below for a video, another video called 3 Signs That You Have an Addiction. So I will leave that link below. And if you are sitting there going, yeah, I just actually want freedom. I just want to get clear on what I need to do right now because I have been spinning my wheels trying to figure this out for a really long time. Maybe you have a certain amount of freedom, or maybe you have a certain amount of control, or maybe you're no longer doing the behavior as much or in a different way than you used to, but you don't actually feel free. You don't actually feel like you can just be authentically you. You don't have the confidence to put yourself out there. You don't feel grounded. You're not able to be present. You get really busy. You still feel tense. You still feel anxious. That is not freedom. I want to help you actually be free, because real freedom is being comfortable in your own skin. It's feeling calm. It's knowing that you're going to be taken care of no matter what, that you are okay no matter what. And from that place, you just get to feel lighter. It doesn't mean that everything's perfect all the time. And even in life's imperfections, you feel like you are okay no matter what. That is freedom. Freedom! That is freedom, let me tell you. So if that is something that you want, then I will also leave another link below. Let's hop on a call. Set up a clarity call with me, because this is what I specialize in, is helping you get clear on what those specific next steps are for you to be able to get on that path of freedom, to get on that trajectory of freedom that we talked about. Because you do not just have to sit here and deal with it. You do not just have to, oh, it's always going to be like this. You do not have to have that. You truly, truly can be free. And I can show you how. I did it myself, and I've shown countless other people how to as well. I would love to show you next. So if that is sparking some hope and some inspiration inside of you, then just click the link below in the description section and grab a call with me and let's go. The time is now. Let's just do it. Super fun. So I hope that that really supported you today. I hope those 3 tips really helped you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, if this feels like you know somebody in your world who could use this message too, please send it to them. Please send it to them. It is an absolute gift from your heart. And let's spread this message of freedom and possibility far and wide. It has been so wonderful connecting with you. Again, if you like this and you want more of it, please do subscribe, and I will connect more with you next Wednesday. Bye for now. Mwah.